This is exactly how we started from nothing, and I've managed to build multiple six-figure businesses and a seven-figure Airbnb management company. My name's Freddie Esherwood, and I'm the founder of the Easy Invest Group. And I just wanted to show you guys exact frameworks and strategies which I've been using from day one to date to allow me and my community to scale our business and become more profitable and spend less time doing it. So first of all, just a little bit about us and what we're trying to do here. So our purpose here is to create freedom through property by delivering exceptional deals, outstanding experience, and powerful systems. And we're now moved that into coaching and helping other people do the exact same. So we source, we manage, we systemize, we scale, which creates value for investors, landlords, and communities across the UK. So just a bit about what we've done since we've started in the space. So this is just some figures from the management company Eastern Stays. So last month you can see that we have generated over six figures in client total payouts, which has allowed us just over £15,000 worth of management fees. And in the last 12 months, you can see that we've generated over £1 million for clients, which has allowed us to generate £134,000 worth of management fees, plus additional extras in the background. The sourcing company, again, we used to source rent to serviced accommodation or rent to Airbnb deals. We managed to generate a total of £97,000 in the period of 25 to 26 and just shy of £80,000 in the period 24 to 2025. Again, another very profitable business for us, all related to Airbnb. And just some recent bookings from the management company. So some bookings this month. 36 bookings, average length of stay was 21. 64% of our bookings this month have been direct, 742 booked nights in total. That means when you're looking at this property here, Borrowdale, Middleton, we managed to get £4,400 for 21 nights, which is a very, very good achievement for the team and for the owner. And just to show you again, just this month here, July 2026, we're currently on £122,000 total payout and just over £17,000 worth of management fees. Just to kind of show you guys the type of figures that goes into this business, how it can really help your life and what it done for my life. And yeah, it created an absolute U-turn. You know, people come into this business looking for freedom, looking to kind of be their own boss, looking to be that authoritative figure in their space and be able to provide for their family. This is exactly what it has allowed me to do by running this business and staying consistent. One thing which I will say, guys, is you don't get these type of figures from sitting around and not actioning your work. So if you are going to work with us, if you are planning on joining our community and stepping into the VIP space, we are all action takers and we hold everyone accountable and would love to have you on board just to get these type of results too. So just a little bit more about us. This is our business ecosystem. So first of all, we've got the management company, Eastern Stays. Eastern Stays manages serviced accommodation for short-term stays for landlords, investors, property owners, and anyone that's needing help in the sector. This includes property setup and onboarding, bookings and guest management, cleaning and maintenance, pricing and occupancy management, direct and corporate bookings, landlord and investor reporting, and also just a bit at the bottom is systems and growth as well. So we've managed to scale this business up from nothing to over 60 properties live listed online. Again, generating over seven figures annually, and it's been fantastic. So what we say here is turning properties into professionally managed accommodation businesses, and that's exactly what we want to help do with you guys as well. Then we've got the sourcing company, which is Easy Invest. Easy Invest sources, analyzes, and packages up profitable property opportunities for investors. This entails with investor discovery and advisory, deal sourcing and lead generation, deal analysis and market research, negotiations and deal packaging, and professional introductions. Handing this over to our management company, it kind of gives the full end-to-end service where if someone's needing help, in a sense of if they don't understand how a process works, because we've done so many of these deals, we're able to handhold them through the entire process, making us a very valuable company to work with in the sector. And then finally, we've got the systems company, which is the Easy Invest CRM. This is what runs our automations, where we store our database, how we reach out to our database, and we categorize people and organize everything within our business. Our entire team has access to the Easy Invest CRM, including our virtual assistants. And whenever someone is spoken to in the CRM, they are going to have a note attached to their name, so we know exactly who's communicated with what and what's being said. So this is an all-in-one CRM and automation system for property businesses. This entails lead management and pipelines, automated follow-ups, bookings, calendars and tasks, SOPs and team management, reporting and dashboards. Again, this is built bespokely for property businesses. So when we look at an overview of what the businesses do, we're finding suitable opportunities, not just available for properties. We also have the systems that save time and automations that drive results. And then we turn properties into professionally managed accommodation businesses. Exactly like I said before, guys, this is exactly what we're looking to do to help you guys step into this space. So just to talk a bit about me and my story. So I've always been driven by ambition, discipline, and the desire to build freedom, not just through property, but it ended up being property, and it's fantastic because I absolutely love what I do. But as you can see, so we was actually out in Spain. My family some of them still lives in Spain. And yeah, we was living off grid. It was really cool. So that was a complete different kind of experience in life. And before business, I had no property background, no network, kind of fell under the wrong roof, if you like. And it really just come down to a decision to change my future. And I took action and I took control of my life. And that's ultimately led me to where I am due to the decisions what I've made. So what is my why? So my why is my family. Everything I do is for my family. They are the reason why I push forward every day, and just some kind of pictures to show that. I'm a big family guy, and that is exactly why I started business. Investing in education. So when I started business, I invested in myself before I'd done anything in business at all. I spent tens of thousands of pounds. I've got courses, mentors, I went to events, online knowledge, but that changed absolutely everything. So you can see some pictures here of some guys who I met at these events, myself and Tom. So Tom was my business partner. We met at this same course as well. And that ultimately led me to find my first investor. So I invested in my education. I learned about what I wanted to do. However, because I spent all my money on education, I didn't have the money or funds to fund the opportunities what I then found. However, the network, what I found, people believed in me. They believed in my energy. They believed in who I was. And it was a small kind of friendly group, a networking group that really, really believed in each other. And someone believed in me, in my vision, before I even had a track record. And that trust really changed the projection of my life. And a massive thank you to Bernard. To this day, we still work together and we still reinvest with each other. Once I got my first investor, I grew my portfolio to around 3 units. At this point, I was then contemplating moving to Manchester, so I quit my apprenticeship, went full-time into property, moved across the country, and moved very close to my business partner at the time, Tom. And this is where we took a different approach to starting off with rent to rent. Now we're looking at, okay, well, we're doing rent to rent. It's going really well, but we need more money to take on more rent to rent deals. That's when we found out about sourcing. So we sourced our first deal. It was an absolute shambles. The first deal turned into theory, and that made the reality. And it just showed us that, look, this works. What people are saying online is true. And as long as you put the work in, you say that, you build yourself up with ethics, with morals, and show that you're trustworthy, you can make it. And that's exactly what we've done. So as you can see here, we slept on the floor for the first night. It was a nightmare. We had to paint all of these skirting boards black. We painted the entire studio flat white, and it was shambles, guys. And it was a massive learning curve. And honestly, that was why we were so blessed, because not everything's meant to go right. You have to take lessons from what you do to improve. After taking a few steps towards sourcing, we sourced a few deals. I've shown you guys kind of how much in the first couple of years. We started growing our management company, and that's when we first got recognized by a national award ceremony, which was Blue Bricks. So we got the Blue Bricks nomination, and we was nominated for Ethical Investor of the Year award at Blue Bricks. So you can see a few of us guys, we all traveled up to Cheshire and stayed at the Peckfort and Castle. It was a brilliant experience, guys. Again, another business networking event with fantastic people, and that's what we're going to be teaching you about, and really how to generate leads, how to generate and build a brand in the industry so people know you for what you do. And then finally, so we didn't actually win the award, we got finalist. But our first property award, what we got was from Valiant Education. And this was winning my first property award was validation that we were on the right path. And again, it was a massive kind of gratitude to think, wow, like we're finally winning awards, we're being recognized for what we do. And that's when the hard work starts paying off. And just what happened after we got our first property, well, what have we actually got from business? So that we got our first holiday completely from property. The first holiday was made possible by business. Freedom starts with a choice. And on this holiday, we actually made more money than what we spent on the holiday whilst we was on holiday, from both sourcing, management and rent to rent. So exactly what we're planning on teaching you guys. And that, once we had that holiday, it changed our perspective of everything. It changed our perspective of making money from an office or making money from home. And we realized actually this is bigger than what we thought. We can make more money in different countries abroad whilst enjoying ourselves and still servicing our clients to a high standard. And then just to add on to that, how we've actually grown and scaled our business, and like I said before, is just getting in the right rooms, the right people, the right mentors, the right communities. That is really what accelerated everything for us in business. And that's exactly what we're going to teach and encourage you guys to do. So that's a bit about my story, and that's a bit about who I am. So what does it look like for the business today? So the business today, we're active across 10 to 18 plus UK cities, towns and cities. We manage 40 to 50 properties. We've actually just hit 60 live properties. We've got a strong direct and corporate booking presence. This month, we have generated 50% of our revenue from direct bookings coming through any direct channels, platforms, whether that's website, social media, anything that is a direct conversion. We've got proven systems and processes. We've got an experienced team and experienced partners that we've been working with for quite some time now. And we've got investors and landlords, which we're focused on. And we've got a great database, which we are also happy to work with our community. So the key numbers, 50 to 60 properties managed, over 2 million plus generated for our clients. We've got 4.5 out of 5 Trustpilot score, very high, close to 5 on Google, with over 100 reviews on all of these platforms. Again, 10 to 18 plus UK towns and cities that are covered. 100% of our deals, which are stress tested before we take them on. Every single deal we complete an appraisal. That's kind of one of our sales techniques in terms of taking properties on, building trust with clients and onboarding these units to ensure that we can manage them in our portfolio. So the next steps moving forward is growing our management portfolio, increasing our direct percentage, scaling the Easy Invest CRM, building strong investor relationships, continuing to deliver exceptional guest experience, and we want to build a bit better property businesses together. So how we're going to do this is growing our managed portfolio. We're just going to continue to do what we've done. We have generated another 50% of growth on our portfolio in 2026. We generated 100% of growth in 2025, and we generated nearly 1,000% of growth in 2024. So it has been a steady scaling growth for our business. And we are going to teach you guys exactly the same steps as what we do day to day, the exact same processes of what we've implemented, what we've spent time on and which has been wasted, what we've spent time on which has absolutely rocketed our business. We're also going to be showing you guys how to increase your direct booking percentage. Again, this is one of our goals. So as we implement one of our goals, we're going to show the community exactly how we hit our goals, what are we doing to hit our goals, and how do we make ourselves different from other management companies and other businesses in this space to make it work a lot better for us. Scaling the Easy Invest CRM is separate. Building strong investor relationships, again guys, is super helpful. Raising finance, taking on investments, sourcing opportunities. Your network is your net worth. And we've had great success building our network, and we want to show you guys exactly how to do that too. Continuing to deliver exceptional guest experiences. We have just released our automated AI guest messaging, and we have 91% of guest messages so far have been replied to automatically without any human input. It's an absolute game changer, guys, and this is something what we've built in-house without the help of other softwares and systems. So if you guys are wanting to learn about that and you want to see what that looks like, stick around and book a call with us, and we'll have a tour around exactly how this works. And just to set an expectation, guys, this is what people see versus what it's took. The reason I'm saying this part right now is we would love to have you on board, but we would not love to have you on board if you're not willing to put the work in. My success is based on your success. I'm here to grow your business. If you're not planning on growing your business, this might not be the right fit for you. So guys, if you are like myself, you're aspired to grow, you're aspired to help your family, have that time freedom, travel where you want and work on your terms, and you're willing to put the work in to get to where you want to get and listen, then let's work together and let's see what it really took me to get to where I am right now and what I'm doing to get to where I want to go. So what people see is the property portfolio growth. It all looks really cool on Instagram. Oh, I've got a new unit, I've got a new set of keys. That looks really cool. What people don't see is how do you sustain the growth without pulling your hair apart? What systems do you put in place? How do you even know what direction and what lane to go down? And that's what people don't see. So what other people see is the business awards, investor relationships, our professional team, the service accommodation units, holidays and greater freedom, and our ecosystem. That's what's out there online, and it looks fantastic, and it's brilliant, right? When you put the work in and you can finally reap the reward for all of the hard work, what you put in, it's very satisfying. But overall, guys, you can see if you do check us out online, you are going to be seeing our team, you are going to be seeing investor relationships and case studies, you are going to be seeing the awards, the portfolio growth, all of our units, the holidays, the freedom, the lifestyle, the ecosystem. That's what people want to see. That's what they're going to see online. However, when you actually see behind the scenes, and this is why I said what I said at the start about wanting to work with people that will do what it takes, they don't see the amount of money we've invested in education and the amount of time we've spent educating ourselves before we even got our first unit, before we even started scaling. They don't see how many times we've been rejected, how many times we've been told no, how many times people have hung up on us on the phone, how many times people didn't show up on viewings, how many times the viewings we went to, it wasn't great. People don't see that, guys, and we're here to encourage it, and we're also here to show you the realistic side of business. We're not here to sugarcoat it. It is hard. You do have to put a lot of work and effort in, but ultimately that is the price for your freedom. Then building credibility with no track record. Remember, guys, I started this with absolutely no connections, absolutely no kind of business sense or no previous business experience, and I had no clue about hiring staff or anything to do like that. We are building credibility, and we've built some credibility in this industry. We want to show you guys exactly how to do that and how to portray yourself as the go-to person. Difficult conversations with landlords, investors. Look, we've heard it all. You know, we've managed for properties. It hasn't gone to plan as what we would have expected. We've had the awkward conversations. We know how to position it. We understand that it's not the end of the world. And sometimes when you do something for the first time, it can seem like the end of the world. Difficult conversations when it comes to you might get a bad review once in your business, and how to take that and how to react to it and how to deal with it. That's exactly what we've done. Difficult conversations with landlords if their property may not be suitable for Airbnb, but if you really want to get them on board, we can help out with that. Late nights solving problems. Look, guys, I've lost so much sleep with this business, but that's why we're here, so you don't have to lose the same sleep what we did. We can help you with our experience. We know the pitfalls. We fell down a lot of the holes ourselves just because either we didn't listen or we didn't know. So if we've done it, why would you do it? Reinvesting the profits of the business into systems and into the team. It's all good and well getting holidays, booking this or nice cars and lovely dinners and whatnot, but the actuality behind business, whether it's Airbnb or whether it's anything like a barbershop or anything, the growth comes in systemization, it comes in teams, and it comes in processes. We understand that very well. That's exactly what separated us and enabled us to grow very quickly, and that's exactly what we're going to be teaching you guys. Again, like I previously mentioned, learning from our mistakes. We've all made mistakes, right? And what's the point in learning, or what's the point in spending 3 times the amount of time, 3 times the amount of money to fall down the exact same mistake which I'll fall down anyway? Let me tell you, let me help you out, make your life a lot easier and take the shortcut. And then staying consistent when no one watched. This is one of the big things. when it gets difficult, when it gets hard, when you feel like giving up, when you feel like everything you do is not working, it's all around the corner. You get bad news, then you get good news. It's peaks and troughs. And in business, if you can persevere, if you can stay consistent and you don't give up, that's exactly what's going to make you successful and is going to take you to where you need to get to. And just because you're stuck around till the end of the video, I just wanted to show you a sneak peek of some of the systems and softwares which we've integrated and built ourselves into our business and how they help. So this one is an automated weekly email which we send to our guests that have previously stayed. This regenerates itself. It's fully branded. It's linked up to our booking portal. So every property that's shown on the email is changed every week automatically, again, with the help of AI. Fantastic bit of equipment. Also, we've generated this landing page. This is how we attract some of our clients. Again, guys, it's not just limited to Airbnb. We can teach you guys these things in terms of digital marketing. We've done it within our business. It's worked very well. We've generated lots of money from meta ads and from paid advertising, and also just genuinely through SEO and our website in general. So in terms of making a standout website, making it user friendly, is something what we can help out with and give feedback for. This is how we track our social media, so you can see the amount of posts, the deliveries. We've got everything. This is contained within the CRM, so we understand exactly how our marketing team's performing, what's going well, what isn't going well, how we can improve. We've created a valuation system which you guys are going to have many credits and access to. This is just going to make life super simple in terms of appraising a deal. Is that property good for Airbnb? This is what you need. This is why we built it, and we use this every day within our business. And then finally, just an example of an automation, what we can help you out with. If you don't want people constantly calling your phone up, let us take the pressure off you. When someone calls up, who's it going to go to? If you're a one-man band, you're going to have to answer the phone calls. As we teach you to hire virtual assistants, we can teach you how to get them answering the phone for different problems too, without losing that top class, high standard customer experience. And I appreciate you guys making it to the end of the video. So we've helped over 10 to 20 companies become six-figure companies and further. We've got Nathan, who started with us on 2 properties. He has since scaled over 5 properties, and he also has generated additional profit from doing absolutely nothing, just from an audit on his business. We've helped Ash and Tilak generate many direct bookings. They're also scaled up from, as far as I remember, they had about 8 properties. Now they're over 27. Gemma and Julian, we helped them out with their first property. They've scaled multiple 6-figure businesses. These guys have 5 Airbnbs and they're continuing to grow as well. Proof's in the pudding. If you guys are interested, you do want to work with us, book a strategy call on this page. If you are suitable for us and we feel like we can work together, we'd love to have you on board with open arms. And in the meantime, whilst you're applying and waiting for that strategy call, get yourself on the free school community, have a chat with the guys. Let's see how we can all make business work together. At the end of the day, people buy off people, and we're here to scale each other's businesses. Thank you, everyone, and have a great day.